This video will discuss the exiting of your positions. At first we will discuss how different coins show different characteristics with regards to price action and reversal signs and actual selling price patterns. And then later we will also discuss several ways to spot and monitor possible reversals so that you are able to exit your positions the best time and at the best price possible. As always, each video I would like to give some reminders and some recaps on things that were discussed in other videos, just to help you keep the big picture and also keep your head as clear as possible in making your decisions. One reminder I would like to give is that the main purpose of alt season is to increase your BTC and or your fiat portfolio. And of course, the possibility that alt season gives you is that you can actually do this relatively quickly and relatively substantially with regards to a sideways or bear market. It's very important, this reminder, is to keep a close eye on alt season is progressing. In a previous video I discussed the signals of a alt season and the different phases that alt season goes through with regards to reaching the climax of an alt season. So the moment that you spot that the momentum or the progress of an alt season is stagnating or slacking, it's of course important to take that into account with regards to your exit or selling strategy. And a reminder that I think many of you forget, and even myself as well, is that every exit of a position that you do in profit actually achieves the goal of alt season, or at least achieves the goal of trading in general. That means that you actually get out more than what you put in that position. So that also refers to the fact that it doesn't in the end matter if you take out a 40% or a 40x. And of course on Twitter you read that all the noobs are happy with a 20% increase while I'm only waiting for a 5x. Of course, from their point of view and their perspective and their trading experience, and most likely also their trading capital, they are able and they are willing to wait out a 5x or maybe a 10 or 20x. But don't be distracted by all these messages on Twitter and just follow your own path and follow your own strategy that makes you feel comfortable in trading. So keep in mind, whether you make a 40% or a 10x or 40x, whenever you close a position in profit, you achieve a goal of trading. A last reminder is that, especially with regards to selling pumps or trying to sell the top of a pump, in the end, it's all about optimizing your profits and not so much about maximizing your profits. Experienced traders will agree or admit that selling the top and buying the absolute bottom is close to impossible, or at least very, very difficult. So don't set high standards or high expectations towards your own trading behavior. If you're able to sell green candles with regards to your position, then you're already doing a good sell, in a sense that maybe it has gone up higher after you've sold it, or at least you could have kept a little bit of your position. But in the end, it's all about making sure you develop your trading strategy, you develop your selling strategy, in making sure that you can achieve profits on a consistent basis, not just on an occasional or an exceptional basis, but on a consistent basis. And that's the idea also behind optimizing your profits. Do keep in mind that sometimes when optimizing your profits, it allows you the opportunity to roll profits to other positions, like was also discussed in the video with regards to reinvestment strategies. So it's not always about keeping your money in one position and wait until the top is in, which you might think is the top, to sell everything, for example. A recap from the first video on alt seasons with regards to the certainties, or the so-called certainties in between quotation marks, of an alt season. So when you take a position in a certain coin and you do it keeping in the back of your mind this is alt season and things might go for the better and this coin or this position might get a significant bump, keep in mind that it can be over when you snap your fingers. So especially when you take positions in shitcoins, they're still shitcoins. The pump can be over without you even knowing it. 2 days later, some position that you had which is significantly in profit maybe already lost all of that profit already. So stay sharp, stay on your toes, and keep in mind that alt season is just a temporary thing. So there are several ways to exit. In the most simple way, or at least the simplest way to address this, is how I see it, is that you can exit in two different ways. One way to exit your position, and that's important from a psychological point of view, is that when you're satisfied with the current price level and the current value of the position you're holding. Because in the end, apart from achieving profits, or at least achieving consistent profits, is that you're also confident and, let's say, happy with the trade that you're making. Whatever might be a good sell level, of course, depends on who you are as a person, on your level of emotions and your trading strategy. So it could be that if you're back holding a position for a long time already, then maybe a reasonable or decent sell level that which you are satisfied with could be break even. Of course, and this is off topic for this video, if you're really back holding, then it also could be a position, or at least an opportunity to close a position even when you are in loss, but that's something that is discussed in another video. And of course, the other option is when your position is in profit, you can step out of that position at any profit level you find acceptable. So take into account that even though you might have long technical analysis to find good points to get out of that position, the moment you find the current level acceptable, then it's always okay to step out. Because in the end, it's also about you feeling confident about your trading and your trading style. And if waiting in a position that is in profit gives you a lot of stress, then don't get into the effort of keeping a position as that long when it's also possible to step out. And of course, this is quite unorthodox in a sense that if you approach this the pure trader style, then you wait for your price levels to hit or your stop loss to hit. But in the end, the psychological part of trading makes it the more crucial to also find a way to be in line with your emotions as well. And that also means that when you're satisfied, it's in the broadest way okay to step out. Of course, the second way to exit, and that's already discussed within the first one as well, is when you do it based on technical analysis. And there, of course, are unlimited ways or various ways to determine a certain exit or selling point. So when you want to sell during the run-up or price increase of a certain coin, for example, when it's hitting a Fibonacci extension or hitting certain support resistances, or when it does a something X, which you might also feel as a good good point to step out. But also, for example, when you wait and are more patient and you sell as close as possible after the likely or expected top. So when it's breaking down from a certain support or resistance zone, or when it's breaking down and does a confirmed breakdown from an EMA, for example. In that sense, when you look at it from a technical analysis point of view, it could be worthwhile to keep this simple picture in the back of your mind, where you see the cycle as a alt season. And this is the point, or at least the region, where you take a position, and this is already the point where you start selling of course, partials, and this is the point where you could consider selling the remaining part of your position. Maybe you still want to keep a little bit of that position for whatever pump might occur, which is not expected at all. But then after this, then it also suggests that you don't trade anymore. So in short, two ways to exit. One is from a more psychological point of view. One is more from a technical point of view.